delicious there, Alberti. We imagine a company that's been in business 95 years, and they are still batch roasting their own batches of nuts. They're not buying them from other companies and then putting them together. They're doing it themselves. This is a 95-year-old company, and they come from Detroit, Michigan. It's a great place. So here we have Christy Fletcher joining us. Hello, how are you,
Hello,
Christy?
darling. Good
to see you. This is our, what I call harvest blends. You're going to get 3 big jars for a price tag of $37.99, or you can put it on 4 monthly payments of $9.50. Wait till you hear the flavors in each of these 3. So here's the 3 big jars you're going to get. Let's talk about the flavors.
Okay, and this is the apple pickers. This is the apple picking nut mix, new this month.
Yeah.
New this month on QVC, brand new, and we don't keep the fall mixes around all that long, so you may want to grab it. And I'll show you, this is the cinnamon apple pumpkin spice, and I'll go down in the front. Of course, we start with apple, and we have these beautiful apples, and you can tell they still look like real apples. They have cinnamon on them, and they still have the skin on them. We don't just dehydrate them to death, you know what I mean? It still tastes like apple. And then we have these are cinnamon spice pecans, rather.
Wow.
And look how thick. I sliced that one open for you just to show the thickness of the pecan and the cinnamon. And then we have our batch roasted peanuts, pumpkin seeds, and honey roasted sesame sticks. That's just the first one.
That's just the first one. And by the way, Wally, who packs these things, is sitting by the phone waiting to hear your order.
Because they're packed fresh only to your order, and you can smell the aroma of the freshness as it comes out of the jar, because the jars you get are not going to exist. This is autumn harvest. A lot of you are going to recognize this one. This is the mix that Jill Bauer helped create.
Look at this.
And isn't that gorgeous? Candy corns. And if you think you don't like candy corns, give it a chance. Trust me. They're not waxy, they're creamy, they're gourmet. And she developed this with Germack from a mix from her sorority called the Theta Mix. And she had candy corn, peanuts, and these little candies that start with the letter M that are in the supermarket.
Yes.
We amped it up. So we have gourmet candy corns, we have honey roasted peanuts, we have candy coated chocolate gems in either fall colors with gourmet milk chocolate in there. And then we have golden raisins. You don't see golden.
So good.
They're so fruity. They're so fruity and yummy, and we don't have that many mixes with golden raisins. And then we have our batch roasted cashews.
Which are my favorite nut.
Yeah.
And by the way, there are not many of these sets to go around.
No, they're not.
There's still another flavor to tell you about, but you're getting all 3 jars for $37.99. And these are big jars. These are 18-ounce jars
huge.
too. Great gift ideas, but also wonderful to just put in a bowl like this and let people in your home just come and kind of help themselves. So what is this one called?
This is Sweet Apple Orchard, and it was inspired by one mix that we had in our Christmas in July, but we have a couple of extras that we added to it. And of course, it starts with apple. It starts with beautiful apple chips, apple picking season. Let's go with it. Let's go with the fall. Cashews, pumpkin seeds, and look at these guys. This is a caramel golden mini cup, caramel apple golden mini cup. So you get that caramel on the outside, and we sliced one open there to show you. That is a little appley flavor and caramelly and creamy and about the best thing you've ever put in your mouth.
That's exactly right.
And we just introduced that item this year, so that is a definite specialty item. And then we have cinnamon praline peanuts.
Oh my goodness.
So cinnamon, apple, it's like a little apple pie combination there, right? And then we have our batch roasted almonds.
A lot of people say, well, how do you eat these? I'll tell you what, open the jar and just start.
Just dive in.
Get started. And the fact is that I do love it when you can pour it into a bowl like this.
Yes.
Put this out on the table. This is where people just kind of reach in and grab a few, and then they, pop them into their mouths. We are already getting limited. And by the way, I just want to say, Christy was telling me earlier, Alberti, that, you know, when it comes to the fall flavors, this is pretty much it. And this was brand new last Saturday. Not that many to go around because the Christmas flavors are coming in
We
next.
switched.
Okay, so
we
I've been
switched
dying to eat this combination.
You haven't tasted
because
that?
I saw Jill do something
That's
on
the
her
Jill Bauer
Instagram
mix,
thing, and
yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make that so badly. This is better than if I made it.
And this one usually shows up just like the fall mixes about once a year, and that's it. And then we go to Christmas mixes.
What does it mean to be batch roasted? Why
Batch
is that a good
roasting, the
thing?
batch roasting process, we do it in very small batches, and it's a little bit of canola oil and a little bit of salt, and we get the best nuts from all around the country, and then we get them natural, and then we batch roast them in the Germack tradition. We don't, the key is to not put too much oil in it, to not put too much salt in it, to bring out the flavor of the nut and not cover it up.
So much crunch.
Yeah.
That's what I was just
That's
thinking.
the key
There's
right
things
there.
that melt in your mouth, like these wonderful little apple caramel cups.
Oh,
But
those
there's
are
also a lot of
amazing.
chew. I just want to have you look at the bottom of this jar. Next time you're in the grocery store, pick up a mixed jar and look at what's on the bottom. There's a
Salt.
light of white salt, dust, whatever. Look at what's on the bottom of theirs. Nothing. I mean, you can look right through and see all the great ingredients. So it's like the whole pieces. It's not just like chopped into, you know, tiny little dust.
That's because it's packed fresh only to your order. And look at the colors and
man.
smell the aroma. And this can take you right through to Thanksgiving to put out snacks before you're eating your Thanksgiving dinner. It's all fall colors. And again, our fall mixes don't hang out
That's right.
all that long. They
Here's
don't
the
hang
thing.
out for all that long.
I just want to remind you, you're getting all 3 jars. Look at the size of these jars. These are 18-ounce jars. The other thing is I want to quickly tell you, this was brand new last Saturday. How many do we have left? 400 sets
Oh, that's
left.
not much. Hurry.
So quickly go to the phones. Make sure you get this. It's M66120. You're going to get all 3 jars. One is the sweet apple orchard mix with the little mini caramel cups.
Have you tasted those caramel cups?
I sure did.
They
Before
are
you even
just-
walked over here to the
did you?
table, I
Yeah,
already had a
they are,
couple.
and that's new this year. That's a specialty item.
It is the cinnamon apple pumpkin with those beautiful spiced pecans. Oh my goodness. And then the autumn harvest, which is this one, which you've been waiting for, with the candy corns in it, but also with the chocolates, with the golden raisins, with the cashews, et cetera, et cetera. You get all of them. They're great gift ideas, but they're also wonderful to just have on hand when all of a sudden your kids are bringing a bunch of kids over, your teens or whatever.
Just pour 'em
Just
out.
Pour them out and watch them disappear.
Watch 'em go.
Seriously. I watch them disappear while I sit and watch TV, and then it just disappears.
I know. I have to portion them out for myself.
Me
This
too.
is the golden. This is the, and you know, this sweet apple orchard is brand new,
man, that's
and
so
that
good.
little sweet apple mini cup is brand new.
This
with
is what she's talking about, those sweet little apple cups.
It tastes like a little apple pie. It tastes like a little
does.
bite of creamy, caramelly apple pie.
Yes.
And then we have the apples in that one, and we have the apples in the first one, and then we have Jill Bauer's mix, which you ask for on Facebook all the time. Where's
And
the
it's
autumn
just
harvest? Where's the autumn? This is the first time you've seen it this year.
all year.
Yeah, this is the
Okay,
first
guess
time
what?
you've seen it. What?
It's gone.
Oh!
Sold out. Thank you
Love
for
you.
trusting QVC and for buying our food.